Alfonso Cahero, A Journey into Finance History, Chapter 8, Fall of the Roman Empire and Economic Impact, 476 CE. In the heart of the ancient world, Rome stood tall, a shining beacon of power and prosperity. Its empire sprawled across vast territories, encompassing diverse cultures and peoples under its rule. The Roman citizens reveled in their accomplishments, their city adorned with magnificent monuments and bustling markets. The Pax Romana, a period of relative peace and stability, fostered a flourishing of arts, literature, and innovation. From the grandeur of the Colosseum to the majesty of the Pantheon, Rome stood as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. Yet, beneath the veneer of glory, the empire harbored seeds of its own destruction. Corruption plagued the halls of power as ambitious politicians vied for influence and wealth. Economic disparities widened, with the rural poor struggling to eke out a living while the urban elite enjoyed extravagant luxuries. Barbarian tribes, once held at bay by the might of the legions, grew bolder in their incursions, sensing weakness within the empire's borders. Civil unrest simmered as discontent simmered among the disenfranchised masses. As the centuries wore on, the Roman Empire found itself besieged by waves of barbarian invaders. Germanic tribes such as the Visigoths, Vandals, and Ostrogoths swept across the frontiers, pillaging towns and villages with impunity. The once mighty legions, stretched thin across vast expanses of territory, struggled to repel the relentless onslaught. With each defeat, the empire's grip on its provinces weakened as disillusionment spread among its subjects. The sack of Rome by Alaric the Visigoth in 410 CE sent shockwaves throughout the known world, signaling the vulnerability of the once invincible empire. In the year 476 CE, the Western Roman Empire met its ignominious end with the deposition of the last emperor, Romulus Augustulus. A mere puppet of his barbarian overlords, he symbolized the impotence of imperial authority in the face of external threats and internal decay. With the imperial throne left vacant, the once proud empire dissolved into a patchwork of warring kingdoms and petty fiefdoms. The fall of Rome marked the end of an array, ushering in a period of tumultuous transition and uncertainty for the peoples of Europe. The collapse of the Roman Empire precipitated a period of economic upheaval and turmoil across the known world. The once thriving trade networks that had connected distant lands lay in disarray as merchants and traders struggled to adapt to the new reality. With the decline of centralized authority, banditry and piracy flourished, further disrupting commerce and travel. The infrastructure that had facilitated the empire's prosperity, from roads to aqueducts, fell into disrepair, hindering the movement of goods and people. Cities that had once thrived as centers of commerce and industry now languished in decline, their populations dwindling as resources grew scarce. Amidst the chaos left in the wake of Rome's fall, a new social order began to take shape: feudalism. In the absence of a strong central authority, power shifted to local lords and nobles who controlled vast estates. These feudal lords provided protection to peasants and serfs in exchange for labor and loyalty, establishing a system of reciprocal obligations known as the feudal contract. Land became the primary source of wealth and status, with knights and vassals swearing oaths of fealty to their liege lords. At the heart of feudal society lay the manor, an agricultural estate where peasants toiled the land under the watchful eye of the lord. The manorial economy was self-sufficient, with peasants growing crops, raising livestock, and producing goods for local consumption. In exchange for their labor, peasants received protection and the right to work the land, albeit under harsh conditions. The manor served as the economic and social nucleus of feudal life, providing sustenance and security in an uncertain world. With the collapse of Roman authority, urban centers experienced a sharp decline in population and influence. The once thriving cities of the empire fell into disrepair, their grand monuments and public works crumbling from neglect. Trade routes that had once connected distant corners of the empire fell silent as merchants turned to local markets for their livelihoods. The exodus from cities to the countryside mirrored the shift in power dynamics, as rural estates replaced urban centers as the focal points of economic activity. As the vestiges of Roman authority faded, Europe fractured into a patchwork of independent kingdoms and fiefdoms. Feudal lords vied for territory and influence, engaging in endless power struggles and territorial disputes. The concept of sovereignty became fluid and contested, with allegiance shifting between competing rulers and factions. The lack of centralized authority fostered a climate of instability and insecurity, as lawlessness and violence became commonplace. Amidst the turmoil of the post-Roman world, Christianity emerged as a unifying force, offering solace and hope in troubled times. The teachings of Jesus Christ spread rapidly across Europe, transcending social and political boundaries. The Church provided a semblance of stability and continuity in an era marked by uncertainty, offering spiritual guidance and moral authority to the masses. Monastic communities served as centers of learning and refuge, preserving knowledge and culture amidst the chaos of the Dark Ages. The fall of the Roman Empire unleashed a wave of migrations and invasions that reshaped the demographic landscape of Europe. Germanic tribes, such as the Angles, Saxons, and Franks, migrated into the former territories of the Western Roman Empire, establishing new kingdoms and dynasties. The Huns, under the leadership of Attila, swept across the Eastern Roman Empire, leaving devastation in their wake. The movement of peoples brought about cultural exchange and conflict as rival groups vied for control of land and resources. The fall of the Roman Empire marked the transition from antiquity to the Middle Ages, a period characterized by decentralization and feudalism. Europe entered a long period of economic, social, and cultural stagnation as the vestiges of Roman civilization slowly gave way to new forms of governance and organization. The Dark Ages, as this period came to be known, were marked by uncertainty and hardship, yet they also laid the groundwork for the emergence of medieval Europe. The fall of the Roman Empire had far-reaching consequences that reverberated throughout the course of history. It marked the end of an era of centralized authority and paved the way for the rise of feudalism and the medieval world. The legacy of Rome and its laws, language, and culture endured long after its collapse, shaping the development of European civilization. The fall of Rome serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of empires and the impermanence of human achievements, yet it also speaks to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. The fall of the Roman Empire had a profound impact on the Mediterranean world, reshaping the political and economic landscape of the region. With the decline of centralized authority, trade routes that had once crisscrossed the sea fell into disuse, leading to a decline in commerce and cultural exchange. The Byzantine Empire, successor to the Eastern Roman Empire, struggled to maintain control over its territories amidst external threats and internal turmoil. The Mediterranean world entered a period of decline and stagnation as the once mighty empire gave way to new powers and influences. One enduring legacy of the Roman Empire was its legal system, which continued to shape the development of European law long after its collapse. The principles of Roman law, such as the concept of legal equality and the rights of citizens, formed the basis of legal systems throughout Europe. Roman legal texts, such as the Justinian Code, served as foundational documents for legal scholars and practitioners for centuries. The legacy of Roman law remains evident in modern legal systems, influencing concepts of justice and jurisprudence to this day. The fall of the Roman Empire offers valuable lessons for understanding the dynamics of power, governance, and societal change. It serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of corruption, internal division, and over-reliance on military might. The collapse of centralized authority led to a period of instability and uncertainty, highlighting the importance of effective governance and institutions in maintaining social cohesion. The legacy of Rome, in its achievements and its failures, continues to resonate in the collective memory of humanity, reminding us of the fragility of empires and the resilience of human civilization.